welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live. And we decided to go live tonight. This is a story that apparently has been out for some years now, but for whatever reason is now surfacing. So I wanted to definitely get my guy Transformer in here to talk about this with me and to share this with y'all because I'm very surprised about this, but I like it a lot. Transformer, what's good, my brother? How you doing, man?
I was unbothered. I was having some good family time.
You were
enjoying my day.
Yes.
I had a lot of work to do in real estate today.
Facts.
And by the time I was catching a break,
yes,
got a phone call from this guy, big baritone Bruce, and with the shenanigans.
What shenanigans?
LeBron shenanigans that we're about to go live about.
Yeah.
So I'm here, man. I'm here.
That's what's up. All right. Well, listen, first, before we even do any of that going live, man, let's give a shout out to the channel members. And I did not forget you. Next day or two, you got your show coming, I promise. All right, cool. So first, of course, Laker Nation, first member of the channel. Appreciate you, Laker Nation. Appreciate your service. Thank you for everything you do. And also, if you haven't, y'all, make sure you go ahead, check out Laker Nation's show, Be Ready Sports Podcast. In order to stay ready, in order to be ready, you got to stay ready.
Boy, yeah,
so make sure
that man whole slogan.
Almost butchered his whole slogan. But in order to be ready, you got to stay ready. But no, the Be Ready Sports Podcast, you know, that shines light on the up and coming athletes who are out there doing their thing, and who knows, maybe the next stars of tomorrow, man. So y'all make sure you check that out because he's doing good work over there. Salam Sneed, how you doing, brother? Also want to give a shout out to my guy, next channel member, Chief Sid Bubba. What's going on, Chief? Shout out to you. Shout out to the boys from Annapolis. Anchors away.
Anchors away, my boy. Poof. Anchors away. Oh, no, I'm good, man. Proceed.
All right. December's getting closer and closer. For y'all who don't know, the reason I always got to give shouts to the boys from Annapolis, those are the Navy midshipmen, the midshipmen of the United States Naval Academy who put foots in my United States Army Black Knights.
3113.
3113. Put foots in them, as Shannon Sharp likes to say, in the annual Army Navy game. So, you know, I got to give shouts to those guys, and I got to give credit to them because they went ahead and they they did that work. And so we pulled
a New York Knick on the Boston Celtics.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? That shocking ass whooping for the last game of the season.
Boots to asses.
And that's what they did. That's what they did to the Army. So, you know, I got to show them love and respect, man, because at the end of the day, man, we all one hard fighting family, the United States military. So
absolutely,
show them respect. And they went out there and they did their work. So hopefully the Army will be able to get them back this year. But until then, respect due. Next up, Baltimore Bruce. What's good, Bruce? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you around much lately, but that's okay. I know you're checking in from a distance, so I appreciate the support always. And it's not that serious. What's good? It's not that serious. Always appreciate you being here as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Wait, you know what? Before I even do that, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And let me give one more set of shout outs. All right, let me give a shout out to all the other independent content creators, some of those who, you know, motivate me, give me ideas, people who I think really try to keep it real. I mean, you don't always have to agree with everything that they say, but you really get a different voice or different voices correction in this independent space. And I really appreciate that, man. Shout out Angry Old Hoops fans. Shout out Sports and Fitness France. Shout out Uncommon Sense. Shout out Man Down Sports. Shout out Sports T. Shout out Dreamers Pro. Shout out
What's Right with Nick Wright.
Shout out What's Right with Nick Wright. He has a right to give his opinion as well. Shout out Nightcap with Shannon Sharp. But I meant the smaller channels.
I was just joking. I knew where you were going, bro. I knew where you were
going. Right. So, you know, I'm sure I forgot a whole bunch of them, but really, we appreciate everything y'all are out here doing, man. So keep spitting the truth. And, you know, that's what we're going to do. But let's get to it.
Dart?
I don't know. Who's Dart?
Jackson Dart, maybe? I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat. Let me respond.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know who Dart is. I guess what would you tell us? What's up, Woojic? How you doing? Edward, what's going on, my bro? How you doing, man? All right, so if you've been around this show for a while, right? Y'all know I talk LeBron a lot. It's going to be what it's going to be. He's the biggest name, arguably, in the NBA, right? Fair with that, Transformer?
So, I'm sorry. Say that again.
No, I was saying, is it fair to say LeBron is probably the biggest name in the NBA?
Oh, that's that without question.
Okay, I just want to be fair.
Yeah.
Right. So we talk about him. He's a needle mover. He's the biggest name. He's been the face of the NBA for quite some time. Oh, my main man, Steve.
There he is. Hey, yo, the ruler's back.
Right where you at. Yeah, what's going on, Steve? Good to see you in the chat, brother. Good to see you. Wow, got deleted on his first day back after months off. Wow. Okay, so no, Edward, no. Well, yes, they do give their opinions, but they also keep it a buck because, like I always say, what do I always say when y'all disagree with me? I say it's cool that you disagree, but tell me what I said that isn't true. That's always my line, and I'm gonna go down swinging with that one. If I say something that's not true, I got no problem in saying I was wrong. But most of the time, you're not gonna catch me saying something that's not true. So anyway, here's the deal. When it comes to this LeBron thing, I've been saying a lot of things for a long time, and people have been saying, oh, you just a hater, you jealous of that man, you so envious, you a hater, this, that, and the third. Oh, okay, cool. All right, whatever. You know, you feel how you want to feel. All right, that's fine. But what do I always say? Prove me wrong. Rationally refute me. Don't attack me. Don't give me ad hominem attacks. Rationally refute the points I'm making. Very rarely is that done. So cool, whatever. And one of the other things I've been saying, and you can go back through the channel, I did a number of shows basically saying that on different fronts, like as LeBron is getting closer and closer to the end of his career, you're seeing more and more people who are coming out and telling the truth about him, things that I've been saying for years. You're seeing former teammates, you're seeing former opposition, you're seeing media members, you're seeing all these people coming out and saying these things, right? And people say, when I say him, I'm a hater. Okay, cool. It's all good. But let's do this, right? So shout out Dreamers Pro. I was listening to his show today, and he let me know something that I wasn't aware of, right? And so Woj, we know Woj formerly of ESPN, one of the greatest NBA insiders of all time. You know, he was so ill with the insider things that we used to call him Woj bombs when he dropped news, right? right. So this was something that I didn't know about. I guess this was something that Woj talked about. Was that 2017 Transformer?
I believe 2016, 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And I think what kind of brought this back out is it Ian O'Connor? His more recent book kind of brought this stuff back out. But anyway, the reason that Steve, shout out to the honey pouring brawn twerkers. No doubt. So the reason I wanted to bring this up, right, is because when I have been saying that LeBron is all about his image, LeBron is selfish, LeBron is manipulative. Oh, you don't know that man. You just a hater. You just be hating on that man, right? Okay, cool. So remember, a lot of LeBron fans, they loved it when the story came out that I guess LeBron and I guess Dwayne Wade went to Coach K during the 08 Olympic period, right? The Redeem Team time. And they were telling Kobe, hey, you know, y'all better talk to that mofo. You know, he taking all these shots or whatever, right? And so it was said Coach K had to pull him to the side and talk to him. And Kobe's like, okay, got it. You know, all right, cool. Now, this is interesting because that was what was put out to kind of make Kobe look bad, right? Am I missing anything so far, Transformer?
Go ahead. Keep kicking.
Okay, cool. So this is interesting now. What we're finding out is Woj said it, and he said it years ago, and I guess this stuff is coming back out in a recent book, is that LeBron James, the guy who many say is the GOAT, the guy who so many say is better than Kobe, which oddly enough, ironically, we have Hall of Fame coaches, multiple Hall of Fame players. Very few players of note actually have LeBron ahead of Kobe. Very few people who are really in the game. Matter of fact, legendary journalist Mike Wilbon, we heard him the other day, Transformer. What did he say? If you're going to tell me I have to say LeBron is better than Kobe, you can put me in a grave first, right? Mm-hmm. That's a guy that's been covering the NBA since what, the 70s? Wilbon? 70s, early 80s, right?
Way before I was born. That's
right. I was a toddler. I couldn't talk yet when Wilbon was covering the NBA. And so that's a legendary guy. And so anyway, the point is, you know, so many of these people, legendary people in their fields, whether hoopers, journalists, etc., have Kobe ahead of LeBron. But again, different things. So anyway, we find out that LeBron James, so many people's king, the guy that everybody says is this, that, and the third, Bennett, Kobe, so on and so forth. Do we know that on the Redeem team, LeBron almost didn't make it? He almost didn't make it, and they didn't want him there. Isn't that something? I thought this guy was the ultimate teammate, the guy who made everybody better, all this, right? But USA Basketball did not want LeBron James on the 2008 Olympic team. This is crazy. All right, so I'm going to read you a bunch of stuff. This is from the article, okay? I'm going to read you all some stuff. Then we're going to get some thoughts from Transformer. And the reason Transformer is here is because Transformer, I love this about him. That's why he's my guy. When I go off on these tangents and I'm going crazy and whatnot, he kind of reels me back in and he gives me things from perspectives I don't always see. So I really appreciate him being here, and he's going to help us do that today. All right. So according to revered NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, Team USA wasn't just planning to muster an elite group of players. By this, they're referring to the 2008 Redeem team. They also wanted to ensure that they picked those who have the right attitude and mentality. Based on their assessment, James didn't qualify in the latter being right attitude and mentality. Now, mind you, this is not my opinion. This is the opinion from the Team USA selection committee. I continue. Woj revealed that Team USA was firm and clear about the team camaraderie and culture that they wanted to build for the 2008 Olympic team. That meant they would have zero tolerance for the immaturity and diva-like behavior of James. Now, I know this is going to hurt some of y'all, so I'm going to twist the knife a little, okay? Quote,
finish the dang freaking hard.
When the mandate had been to gather these immense egos and get the NBA's greatest players to fit into a program, no one had a more difficult time meshing into the framework than James. Other players made it a point to learn the names of staffers and modestly go about their business without barking orders and brash demands, unquote, Wojnarowski wrote. Quote, behind the scenes, officials had taken to calling James's inner circle the enablers. No one ever told him to grow up, Woj added. No one ever challenged him. And yet, James was still a powerful pull for his teammates, and everyone had to agree they could no longer let his bossy and belittling act go unchecked. These weren't the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Team USA wasn't beholden to him. Okay, let's take a quick break here, okay? So, I guess the Team USA selection committee, they're all haters, right? Am I right, Transformer? Because according to what the people say, anybody who criticizes
the fans, yeah.
Okay, right. So Team USA selection committee is a bunch of haters, and and I forgot, they're jealous of him, and they wake up every morning trying to take a black man down, right? Do I have that right? Is that it?
I believe haters, that's one of them. Yeah.
Jealous, take a black man down. Okay, cool. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that we had that. Now, mind you,
even though your favorite player is like one of the darkest men on the planet, but yeah,
he is, isn't he?
Hakeem, your dreams.
He's pretty dark. I mean,
he's pretty dark. He's pretty dark. Yeah, he's pretty. He's like my bookshelf back there, man. You just got some. Put a jersey on him.
Not that though. No, but So, mind you, these aren't the things I'm saying. These are the things that people are the selection committee for the United States basketball was saying. Okay. Next, due to the potential complications that could arise from including LeBron in the lineup, Team USA was prepared to exclude him entirely from their plans. Now, the team felt assured that Kobe Bryant, who was coming off his MVP season that year, would serve as the ideal leader for their squad. Well, no. That can't be right, because LeBron makes everyone better. LeBron is a better teammate than Kobe. I know you've heard that as a Kobe guy, right, Transformer?
Yeah.
That's what they tell me. LeBron is a better teammate. He makes everybody better, right? He's a better leader. This is what they tell me, right? Okay. They figured that unlike James, Black Mamba boasted an impeccable reputation as a responsible and dedicated player. With that in mind, Team USA was confident that with Bryant at the helm, they would be well equipped mentally to tackle their most significant challenge yet. Quote, no one could stand James as a 19-year-old in the 2004 Athens Olympics, nor the 2006 World Championships, the NBA guru divulged. Officials feared James would become the instigator of everything they wanted to rid themselves of for the 2008 Olympics. For as gifted as James was, Krzyzewski and Colangelo subscribed to a belief that with Kobe Bryant joining the national team in 2007, they could win a gold medal in '08 with or without LeBron James. Well, see, man, these damn haters, man. Coach K is such a hater. Jerry Colangelo is such a hater. They try to ruin that black man's life, and they wake up every morning scheming on that. They so jealous and envious of LeBron. Doesn't it make you mad, Transformer? These haters, it makes me mad. It makes me mad. Yeah,
I'm mad too. Man,
they hating on the black man.
I'm hating. Yeah, my bad.
They hating.
I didn't get the cue to get mad yet. All right, my bad.
So check this out. Now this gets even better. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That season, James finished the season with another remarkable tally, and this was an incredible year. 30 points, 7.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists. He was also one of the league's strongest MVP candidates. Now, no matter how you feel about LeBron, anytime you put up a season like that, that's a crazy year, right? Am I right? Like you putting work in, so I respect that. We've seen Larry Bird have a number of seasons like that, and LeBron, right there in terms of that just shows your overall control of the game and just outstanding, right? So, no hate there. That's really an incredible season, and I'm serious. So anyway, back to the article. After acknowledging how the then Cleveland Cavaliers star could contribute significantly to the team, Team USA came up with a possible resolution for his unbecoming behavior. There they go, hating again. The committee linked up with Nike, James's major shoe sponsor. On Team USA's behalf, Nike discussed the issue with King James and gave him a stern ultimatum. Moreover, Team USA reached out to seasoned veteran point guard Jason Kidd, entrusting him with a pivotal side task. They recognized that with Kidd's extensive experience and basketball acumen, he could groom LeBron on his journey to becoming a mature and admirable player. Quote, before Team USA gathered for the 2007 Tournament of Americas in Las Vegas, an unmistakable message had been delivered to James through Nike. Unless you change, we're serious about leaving you home, Wojnarowski further revealed. Through Nike, James ultimately heeded the message and became more tolerable to coaches, teammates, and staff. Team USA assigned Jason Kidd to, now listen to the words here, assigned Jason Kidd to babysit him at the Tournament of the Americas in 2007 to try and teach him something the Cavaliers never had a veteran to do professionally.
That's a harsh word. That's a harsh word to use, man.
Babysit?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a reason that word is being used, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's more belittling than anything. I mean, you assigned Jason Kidd to mentor him at the tournament. That's a better article. That sounds like you just being petty at that point.
Well, I think if you're Woj,
not you, I'm just saying.
Right. Okay. We've never heard Woj, in my estimation, be considered as petty, right? So if he's using the term babysit, he got that from somewhere. So that's what I would think that's what he was told, right?
But I will add to the fact,
Adrian
Wojnarowski wasn't a big fan of LeBron and his camp because they did keep him out of a lot of the information that came out. If you notice, Wojnarowski was big on dropping bombs with everybody in their career.
True. That's a great point.
Except LeBron James.
Yeah,
LeBron James in camp and Clutch Sports and all them, they always kept Woj out of the limelight, and they had their own Chris Haynes or somebody that was part of the camp be the one to drop the bomb, and Woj sits back like, oh, y'all couldn't notify me and I couldn't put that information out. So part of that is why I feel like, it's just a little bit of added pettyism in there because I don't like y'all. So I'm going to use the word babysit instead of the word mentor. But go ahead. Continue.
Right. So it says then, eventually Team USA recognized the significant improvement in LeBron's character and demeanor. His progress and positive transformation led the committee to make a crucial decision to include him in the official roster for the nation's '08 Olympic team, better known as the Redeem Team. During the tournament, James did not disappoint. He emerged as one of the team's best performers, showcasing his exceptional all-around game on full display on the international stage. By the end of the campaign, James logged an impressive tally of 15.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 2.4 steals per game. Outstanding work, LeBron. Alongside Kobe, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwayne Wade, LeBron helped bring the gold back to the U.S. after beating Spain in a thrilling final match. In retrospect, it became clear that having LeBron in the lineup was the right move for Team USA. And I'm sure it was. I wouldn't be dumb enough to say that having a guy who was in the argument for best player in the world at the time, that it would be a bad move not to have him there, right? However, when you look at it and you had to go through all that, you had to have Nike give him a stern talking to. You had to have Jason Kidd babysit him. You had to threaten not to take him. And you have legends like Jerry Colangelo and Coach K saying they believe that with or without LeBron, as long as they have who? They can still win the gold? The Mamba? Okay,
Right there.
just yeah, the guy that's better than LeBron. Don't care what the numbers say. He's better than LeBron.
There you go.
There you go. That guy.
I couldn't get it. I'm
Thank
like,
you, sir.
where is he at?
Yes, that guy. Sneed says they would have won gold without him. They would have been just fine. Yeah, no, I agree, right? So Nino, actually, so I'm making a couple of points. First of all, what's up, Nino? Nino says, what kind of point are you making, Bruce? So the first point is, I've always said that LeBron puts on an act and that the media covers up for his bad behavior and that the media helps him to look a certain way, right? Nobody's saying he hasn't had a great career. No one has said he hasn't had arguably the greatest career. It can't, in my estimation, be the greatest career, obviously, because of all the losing on the big stage, but that's a different topic for a different day. But he has had an outstanding career. Nobody can say that. But I've said time and time again that the career is manipulated. The image is manipulated. It's phony. And I've also said time and time again that as we watch his career ends, we're watching one by one after the next. People are coming out and they're telling the truth about this guy. And see, y'all can act like it if you want to, but all these are things that you've heard me say, that it's all phony, that they're going to come out and tell the truth about this guy, that he's not the teammate that they say he is, right? That he's not the leader that they say he is. None of that. And now we keep hearing these people come out with it, and it's all proving me right. Yes, I'm petty, but it's all proving me right. So I'll be petty because y'all call me a hater and y'all talk nonsense. Go ahead, man.
Okay, from reading the article, and you just read it again, right? Yeah. I heard or read nothing that had nothing to do with his play as a teammate. A lot of the reasons why they didn't want him on there was off the court. So to say that we're making this assumption like, oh, I thought he was a better teammate and all that stuff, that's not what they're saying. They're saying we're tired of his antics beyond the court of basketball. That's what they're saying about. So I don't think none of this has nothing to do with his game. Like, it has nothing to do with his game. We're not trying to compare who's the better teammate. Well, I'm not. And Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, because Kobe had his fair share of being called a horrible teammate as well. So I'll have to be fair and cut down the middle that, you know, in the same light that we're saying, okay, well, I thought Bron was a better teammate, but Kobe was labeled a horrible teammate by some folks and some teammates and some other players that played alongside him, or some people that watched him play. Like, I'm not going to play with him. Like, you just saw the way he just did him. You saw the way he did that person. So I'm not going to say none of that. This article to me is more retrospective. What he's doing off the court, we don't like. We don't like the camp he's bringing. We don't like the image that he's bringing. We don't like the antics that he's doing beyond the sport of basketball. He's a great player. That's what we're saying. We're saying he's a great player, but we feel his antics could be in the way of what we're trying to accomplish overseas. That's what I'm reading.
Oh, listen, Transformer, I'm with you 1000%, because while I have my issues with him as a player, you've never heard me say that he can't play. You've never heard me say he's a bum. You've never heard me say he's not an all-time great player, hasn't had an all-time great career. Like, it would be silly to say that. But what I'm saying is all this goes to everything that I've talked about, and it goes to the Fugazi legacy that's been built, right? Now, to be able to build this legacy, of course, you have to be able to play. To be the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game, you have to be able to play. To be the number 4 all-time assist man, you have to be able to play, right? There's no question about those
Soon
things.
To be number 3.
Oh, okay, there you go. How far off is he from number 3, and who's number 3?
Jason Kidd.
No, Jason Kidd's number 2.
Jason Kidd's number 3.
Is he number 3?
He's number 2. Chris Paul passed him. Okay.
But yeah, but again, and real quick to that, as great as it's been, like, we're talking about you're playing 23 years to set all these records. Like, can we just, but anyway,
I don't see why do we poo at that he's amassed these accomplishments because he's played 23 years. He's played 23 consecutive, great, excellent years. That's what needs to be said. It's not like he's playing 23 years in the last 7-8 years. He's been trash. He's been trash. He's second all NBA in his 22nd season.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment, man. I don't see how we should stop poo-pooing the fact like he's breaking all these records because he's been as longer, but he's been playing great that long.
Yeah, but for instance, like, so many people were like, oh, well, when he passed Michael Jordan in 30-point games, really? But it took him like 7 more years. You know what I'm saying? When he passed Michael Jordan in scoring, really? It took like 5 more years. Like, these things, like,
because Jordan was a heavy shooter. He was a much heavier shooter.
You can go look at the numbers. I don't know why people act like LeBron hasn't taken tons of shots in his career. But again, this show is not about that. Okay.
In comparison to Jordan. I'm not going to say he hasn't, but in comparison to Jordan, he didn't take nearly as many.
Okay. Sorry, where I lost my train of thought. But the point I've been trying to make is like it's like so much. And Loving Aries 23, Mr. Realist, what's going on? You make great points. Everything was laid out for you. Everything was catered specifically to you. Now, to Transformers' point, you have to be able to carry that. You have to be able to carry that if everything was laid out and catered specifically to you. But it does help with you putting up, all these numbers if everything was dropped in your lap. And then,
And that's what I'm going to get into later.
No doubt. Well, go ahead, man. I've been doing a lot of talking, man. Go ahead.
No. I was going to more so let you finish. What I'm reading and what I'm seeing is verifying. I'm going all the way back to childhood, right? This goes to show you what growing up without a father looks like. What growing up without a man in a house looks like. Growing up without a big brother looks like, right? LeBron James was was one of the faces in the NBA at the age of 17 years old.
Okay.
Right? The NBA back in 2003 laid out the red carpet for this kid to come into this league and be one of the faces of the league, right? So you're telling me a 17-year-old who wasn't even able to sign his own contract, had his mom sign his contract, get into the league, and you're rolling out the red carpet. When you have a combination of those two, you tend to be misled and misguided. In my opinion, based off a lot of what LeBron was doing earlier in his career, he was misled a lot. He was misled a lot and didn't have the big brother or father figure or man in the house to be like, yo, okay, there's a certain way we go about things. There's a certain way we act about things. Because if you to tell me that you're giving me millions of dollars as a 17-year-old, I turn 18, you're rolling out the red carpet, you're telling me the league is going to be mine. Where is the, I would say, strenuous journey of earning something, right? I feel like you're giving me everything up front. So guess what? I am now going to go for the rest of my career at this point. Y'all brought me, y'all told me this was mine. Y'all told me this was going to be mine. You told me that I'm going to be the face. I'm being the face. I'm going to play great. So I'm going to do everything that I want to do. That's when you start to get that entitled, spoiled brat type of mentality, which I think that we're seeing from LeBron. And we're starting to see more so that a lot of key people had a huge influence of him becoming a better player and a better superstar that he was. Prior to 2008, and this was in 2008 that the 2007, 2008 that this Olympic team came. LeBron James had no MVPs. He was never considered an MVP. He finished fourth in MVP voting that previous season.
Okay.
After Jason Kidd, babysit, mentor, whatever words you want to use, and he finally got that one-on-one time with Kobe Bryant to understand a different mentality and a different way to play, different way to be a superstar. To me, that changed his career. If you look at prior to 2008, that offseason, LeBron James was never on a defensive team. He was never an MVP. For 5 consecutive years post the Redeem team, he won 4 MVPs. Back-to-back twice. But only the third year where he only finished third in MVP voting. For 5 consecutive years, he was defensive team, first team. So I would say we're starting to see more and more a lot of key people having huge influences in this man's career because they gave him that, hey, yo, from a veteran standpoint, from a big brother standpoint, from a more adult male standpoint, hey, this is how we do things for real. We understand that you're the poster child. You're the one that everybody wants you to be the next guy. They want you to be the next face. But obviously, you haven't been playing this the right way. You're going about this the wrong way. We're going to nudge you a little bit in this direction and see if we can alter your trajectory in the future, right? And I feel like Jason Kidd and Kobe Bryant, looking at the numbers here, it played a huge role in him excelling to another point in his career. You go and win back-to-back MVPs. You go and win back-to-back MVPs twice. You get all defensive first team 5 consecutive times in a row. Where do you get that from? Kobe Bryant, the enforcer, was just on that redeem team showing you defense. Because what did Kobe say to Wojnarowski, to Mike in the before the tournament started? I don't need the ball. I'm gonna go guard your best player.
I'm gonna
go guard your best player, and then after that, you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna go guard your best player. So LeBron saw that, like, okay. Him and Kobe got close. People forget that him and Kobe got very, very close in that 2008 season. That's what we kind of glossing over here. They got very, very close. So I think that Jason Kidd and Kobe Bryant were anchors in his career to excel him to a different point. That goes a lot to say about the man's maturity level, right? You gave that man so much so early in this man's career, and he never had that big. I mean, you go to Cleveland. Who was in Cleveland when he got drafted? Freaking what was his name with the braids?
Darius Miles.
Who was he? Another kid that was drafted out of high school. He don't know any better, right?
No, but he could have told him, he could have, shown him the ropes, but maybe LeBron didn't want to hear that. Maybe he's telling LeBron, like, yo, I've been in your shoes, blah, blah, blah. I was the guy. Obviously, I wasn't the quote unquote chosen one, but I was the guy. I was drafted out of high school. I know what this is. You don't think that Darius Miles tried to tell him and that he didn't want to hear it?
If you listen to Darius Miles interviews now, he didn't know how to say it. He was just another country boy, came out of high school. And this is Darius Miles, end quote. I mean, I'm just a country boy. I mean, my words probably have came off wrong. And to LeBron, he probably like, I don't want to hear it like that. But veterans who are like super established players, Jason Kidd is a well-established player, well-established coach. Well, at this time, he's not a coach yet. Kobe Bryant, well-established already, three-time champion at this point, right? Just came off of the NBA Finals run against the Boston Celtics. So he's been at that level. He is where he is. Only reason why he's not the face because what he had going on in 2006. That's the only reason that's happening, right? So if you give me two big key anchor points to put in front of me, that can now nudge me in a different direction. And that's me seeing more so LeBron was pretty much learning as he's going in his own career.
So, Transformer, those are all great points, and I like how you framed that. That's why I wanted you here, man, because I knew that you were gonna bring something like that. So I appreciate that. But the only thing I'll say is, right, we can say that, and it looks good, right? It sounds good, but we've seen this dude act kind of the way that they talked about in this article. We've seen it since then. Right? We've seen how he acted up in Miami, which eventually led to him leaving. We've seen how he acted when he went back to Cleveland. We've seen how he's acted since he's been in LA, right?
But that in Miami, that wasn't all him either. Pat Riley was the asshole that apparently initiated that.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Pat Riley's the boss. The boss is the boss. Like, that's what it is. And you, first of all,
LeBron, though, boss or not.
But did he talk to him sideways? He didn't talk to him sideways.
Treat him sideways.
Well, first of all, I'm the boss, and you come to me to try to get my coach fired, not having that. So basically, this is my opinion. Pat Riley saw how LeBron moves and said, nah, I got the realest in. I got to make sure that he knows that he's not running anything here, right? And I don't see anything wrong with that. What's Pat Riley? President of operations, president for the Heat, right? So he's got to let him know, like, this guy doesn't run anything here, right? So that's not Pat Riley acting like a dick to LeBron. That's Pat Riley establishing the chain of command, right? So Pat Riley, I don't know the Navy terms, but Pat Riley's the general there, right? And then freaking Spoelstra, if you go down the line, he's a battalion commander, and D Wade is the company commander, and then blah blah blah. So there's an order. There's a chain of. Oh, okay.
He's not getting cut. No.
Right. There's a chain of command there. And Pat Riley had to establish it. So, but we saw LeBron, how did he act when Pat Riley made it clear that you don't run stuff? He turned tail and run. Now, in fairness, he finished out his contract, no doubt, but he couldn't. Think about it. He probably could have won more if he stayed there, because Riles would have been being the great executive that he is. He would have retooled around LeBron, because we know that in Miami, LeBron was in my opinion, his absolute peak prime. I don't think there was a better LeBron that we've seen than that LeBron that was in Miami. He was a monster, right?
Yeah.
And
it's between that and that second stint at Cleveland. Right. It was too crazy ass LeBron.
I think he was better in Miami, but I mean, we could argue that, right?
Yeah, that's a good debate. Yeah.
Right. But that is a good debate. Maybe we'll do that one of these days. But the point is, you know, as a Celtics fan, I know what LeBron was in Miami, and Jesus Christ, he's a freaking terror, right? You know, I saw him destroy my guys, you know, and basically put an end to the Boston Big Three. So I say all that to say is, despite his greatness, we saw that he was exactly what that article says he was. Then when he went back to Cleveland, we saw more of that. Then when he goes to LA, we saw more of that. So like, none of this should be a surprise. But the biggest takeaways for me from the article are, one, all these people that say, oh, he's better than Kobe. Oh, the numbers and the stats and the metric. Okay, cool. But guess what? Why is it that all these legends put Kobe, the legendary players put Kobe ahead of LeBron, right? Now we're hearing legendary coaches and executives putting freaking Kobe ahead of LeBron. We hear legendary journalists. I mean, I can't get over the fact that Wilbon said, if you trying to get me to say that LeBron is better than Kobe, you have to put me in my grave first. Grave. As in, I will die before I say that untruth. Like, that's crazy to me, right? So that's the first thing that stood out to me. Second thing that stood out is the fact that he got exposed for what? Being unlikable, being uncoachable. How many times, Transformer, have you heard me say LeBron is not coachable? How many times?
You said it a lot.
A lot. Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I can't keep count.
Right. Oh, fair enough. And there's a reason I say it a lot. But guess what? Now we have people who are in the know, who are also apparently jealous and haters and waking up every morning to try and destroy another black man. Okay, cool. All these people are saying the same thing I'm saying. And these are people a lot closer to LeBron than I am, right? People who know him personally, people who interact with him on a close level, people who see him day in and day out, who can tell you what he is and what he's not, right? So all this stuff is coming to the fore. So I had interest, vested interest, again, pettiness interest in getting on the show and coming on here and saying once again, hey, I was right. So y'all can stop all this foolishness, because it keeps happening. And every time we get another one that comes out here and proves me right, I'm going to get behind this mic and I'm going to do another show and I'm going to tell y'all, because.
But when he does something great, are you going to get behind the mic and do the same thing?
Absolutely. Yes. Wait. Don't wait. First of all, we got to go back a little bit, a couple months. But when LeBron was getting busy, when he got busy to open up the season, I gave him his props. I did a show doing that. When him and Luka were getting busy, when they went on that crazy run, and LeBron was actually deciding to play some defense and he was out there doing his thing, I gave him props during that, didn't I? Come on, don't act like I did.
I think like maybe. I don't recall that one though.
Okay.
I recall you saying the Lakers are doing well. I didn't
give LeBron his props too. No, I did.
Right.
Yeah. I did.
I don't recall that much.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't do it a lot. So I understand that. No, and look, I just sat here and told you how much of an animal he was in Miami. Now, some people are going to say, well, you don't get credit for saying, water is wet. True indeed. But I mean, the point is, I will give credit where it's due. But at the same time, Edward, just go check the channel, man. At the same time, I'm also going to say what it is. And just because people don't like it and people aren't used to hearing it, they're going to call me and Man Down and Sports Tea and Uncommon Sense and Angry Old Hoops. They're going to say we're haters because they're hearing something they're not used to hearing. That's the difference. Exactly. Loving Aries. Thank you so much. I don't have to praise him the way y'all want me to. And I've said it time and time again. I'm never going to be that guy. That's not me. I'm never going to be that guy that's going to be glazing LeBron. That's not me.
Loving Aries, you're kind of missing where we're at. You're probably new to the show, so first of all, welcome to the show. Have you seen her here before?
I don't think so.
Okay, so welcome to the show. First, most importantly. All right. You are catching the now, right? It's a lot. It's 90-10 when it comes to Bruce and LeBron James. All we ask is for 60-40, right? Not 90-10. It don't even got to be 50-50. Don't even be 50-50 with, all giving the man props. But if you look at this channel, it is 90% criticism. 10%, the man's good. Oh, man, he was great in Miami. And that pretty much be it. And there's a 30 minutes soliloquy on what he did wrong. Why is it bad? It's bad for the league. It's horrible. He's manipulative. It's like, God damn, only thing he said. But I said he was great at the beginning.
But Transformer, like I always say, though, the difference is it seems that way to y'all because you're so used to most of the sports media being LeBron glazers and acting like he walks on water, heals the sick, and raises the dead. And because I'm not that, and I'll never be that, y'all can't take it. And it like a lot of y'all can't take it. A lot of y'all, many of y'all, and it's like it shorts out your brain, and you're, oh my God, hater, hater, hater. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bigger issue because I present it in a way you're not used to seeing, right? That's what it is. So it seems like, oh my God, all he ever does is talk negative about LeBron. How come we don't hear that for all the other channels that all they do is glaze LeBron? Why do we not hear that? Why do we not hear anyone say?
I call Big Perk. You're a normal person. Crazy boy.
You're a normal person whose brain works properly, Transformer. That's the difference. And you know what I'm talking about when I'm saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about.
I forget I'm not in that category, man. I forget that I've witnessed some LeBron fans that just go, woo, just too far from my blood. And I'm like, yo, you got it. You should answer that question. I got nothing for it.
Right. So,
do you love him? Do you love him?
Trying to tell you.
Do you love him?
But it's crazy though, real talk, because we never hear anyone complaining that, LeBron getting too much love. They glazing him too much, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody says, oh, you just a LeBron lover. You just a lover. You a lover, right? But it's real. You always a hater, right? See how that works?
Yeah, man. Hey, I like that one. I like that one. Yes,
I saw it. I got you, brother.
Yeah, boy, I got you. Boy, he has integrity. I love it, man. I appreciate it.
Is that one of the Navy values?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's one of the Army values.
Well, no, honor, courage, and commitment. Like integrity is not the value. Honor, courage, and commitment is ours.
You should have lied. You should have skipped your integrity.
I should have stuck to integrity.
Right. That's one of the Army values. Integrity is also.
Yeah, man. We didn't want to be the same with y'all about nothing. Nah, get out of here.
You all wasn't the same on the damn football field last year. I tell you what.
Boy, we honorably beat y'all ass on that field that day.
You know what y'all could have said? I know
we committed to running the football and ran foot.
You know what y'all could have said after that one? They not like us because we sure weren't. Man.
And y'all having a great season too, man. I was actually rooting for y'all to really pull it in. I mean, go into playoffs and actually, try to make a run.
That would have been fantastic.
But anyway, definitely been behind you guys.
But we're digressing. Right. Man. Listen, y'all, we're sorry. We have an obsession with football, so this happens probably about once an episode. Anyway, yes, it is weird loving Aries. It really is. I don't understand it either. Yeah.
And it's a bad mix, man, because I'm starting to see more and more, man. This younger culture and the younger media, it be making me like, bro, all right, like you could be a Bron fan. But then you got some of these guys where I'm like, boy, I promise y'all watch
Is that it?
Oh, boy, I heard another one.
There's another one.
Oh my God, what if they remixed a song? Damn. Is it to you, Bruce?
Yeah.
It was so bad. I instantly clicked off of it. I was like, yo, that is insane because it sounded good. And I'm like, but it's all about LeBron and being the GOAT and I forget what song it was, man, but they remixed it great. And I was just like, I want to send this to Bruce, but I ain't got time for that bullshit today. Like, it's just crazy work. So stuff like that just makes it so much worse, man. So much worse. The only thing I envy Jordan of is that he didn't grow up in this era, because there are actually Facebook groups and posts and forums where they do go crazy for Jordan. It's like disgusting, but it's not public because it's more, they're all 40, 30 years old. Like they're more older. So they're not really hip to video content creating and stuff like that.
Okay.
But this new generation that are content creators or doing some stuff for clicks and stuff like that, it's real nasty out here to be associated with LeBron, period. It's like
man, listen.
No, hold up. It's like being associated with Diddy. It's like, whoa, I wasn't at that party. I wasn't at that party. I had nothing to do with that.
I saw one, and the dude was like, if they was both drowning, who would you say first, your girl or LeBron James? The dude was
He
like,
said Bron.
I was like, what?
He said Bron.
I was like, what is this?
He said LeBron.
I was like,
Man
you gotta be kidding me. Oh man, but
No,
but
I don't think it was Man in the Mirror, Renee. I don't think it was Man in the Mirror. I think it was something else.
yeah. But no, back to the original topic, man. The reason, like I said, I wanted to get on here and talk about this is because we are consistently seeing more and more people are exposing this dude for what he really is. Like, it doesn't matter if they say, oh, he built a school, which he didn't, right? Now, I'm not saying he didn't contribute to the school, but we got to be aware that since it's a charter school in the Akron Public School District, they took money from other schools to build that one, right? I'm not gonna make any commentary as to the performance of the students in the school, but I'll say this, he did the school and there was a whole lot of, hey, where's the cameras? Look at me, look at me, look at me. We never hear David Robinson talk about his school, right? The only time we hear Jalen Rose talk about his school is to try to get funding for the school. None of this, look at me, look at me, look at me. And we can also, again, talk about the extraordinary level of achievement of those who attended the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy and the Carver Academy down in San Antonio that David Robinson is involved with. I'm just saying. But the point is, people look for every little thing, and everything to me with this guy is phony. And now we're seeing it more and more. And I just, I wanted to point this out, and I wanted to, again, just say, for all of y'all who keep saying, oh, I'm hating and I'm envious and this, that, and the third. Well, he keeps putting it out there, and the people who know keep putting it out there to prove that what I'm saying is not hating. It just is what it is. Transformer, go ahead. Let's get some final commentary, and then we'll go ahead and open up the phone lines because I'd love to take a couple calls.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna take a couple of calls, man. My whole thing about this is that, does this change LeBron's legacy? Nah.
Not as a player.
Nah, not as a player. I mean, not as if I don't really follow labeling somebody off the court, because you truly never know what happens behind the scenes. We only can see what's in that rectangle that's on the court. That's being truthfully told. There's always going to be stories, he say, she say, but we're never going to know the reality of it, because on one side we'll say, oh man, this guy got to be telling the truth because this person has the credentials or whatnot. But then when the other side says something, oh, they're just fanboys. So we never can grab a great synopsis out of both sides and be like, okay, this is the truth, this is the reality, unless it was on video. Like, unless you've seen video, you've seen or heard audio, and for sure this is what happened, right? So to me, it doesn't alter anything, in my opinion, as far as LeBron James, because like I said, this is actually an old article that's just been resurfaced. I saw that this article came out about 8-9 years ago.
Right.
So, this is something that's just being resurfaced. It doesn't change anything he's done on the court. What he's done on the court for the last 23 years cannot be altered from a 2008, not even NBA season article, in which after the mentorship, babysitting, or whatever happened, they unlocked a better player. So kudos to these guys, and kudos to what they did. They unlocked a better version of LeBron James, because at that point he turned it up a notch, won multiple MVPs, got more defensively locked in, like became a different beast. And then you look back at it, he did it again in Miami. He came into Miami, he's like, okay, now we're gonna do this, but kind of took that step back. But it took Wade, the big brother. I'm like, yo, no, you go. We go how you go. What happened after that? They won 2 more titles, right? So it's to me, it's just like a reoccurrence of somebody having to be that older brother, big mentor. Like, yo, let's push you in this direction, because this is where we can see you go. We see that you're great. You're great. You're all-time great. But here's us getting to the next level, because we know this is what you want to do. You want to win. Wade was that. He was there. He was that other anchor point. And man, this is how we win. The only way we're gonna win is playing through you, Bubba. We can't play through me in the finals. We're gonna have to play through you. So yeah. So
let me real quick. Ms. DeReal said earlier in the commentary, a lot of guys in the NBA, came up like that. And that's true. Now, the vast majority of them, if any, did not reach the levels that LeBron has reached. But the first one I thought about was Isaiah Thomas, right? Growing up, poor on the west side of Chicago, gang-infested territory, having to, take the bus like 2 hours every day to get to school. I think it was St. Joseph's, so that he could go play basketball and eventually earn the scholarship to go play at Indiana, right? Dirt poor, no pops, all that, right? So I'm like, we've seen other dudes do this and become great. like all-time
But
great.
he had
So
brothers though.
yeah, he had brothers, but I think one of them was a fiend, and I think the other was like in the streets and so on and so forth. So he basically had to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he talks about how they would make sure that when he had college coaches come visit his apartment, they would always have to come during the day, obviously because the neighborhood was dangerous, and because as soon as the nighttime come, the roaches come out, and all they would have in the fridge is some water to offer the coach. All this stuff. So I say it to say, like, there's other dudes that have had it really hard and had to make their way and still became great. So we got to stop acting as if LeBron. Now, granted, LeBron has made it.
Thomas wasn't 17.
No, but he came into the league, 2 years later? He only played 2 years in college.
That's still guidance though, Bruce.
It is, but
your level of mentality coming fresh out of high school and college is two totally different mentalities.
True, but here's the other thing. Why do we always give LeBron extra credit for that? Like, he chose not to go to college. So you made a choice.
I didn't give him extra credit. I'm just giving him. I'm giving you a. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm saying that there's a lot of people. Shout out Chicago, Renee 43. What up? I was out in Chicago last year, pretty briefly on the way, passing through on the way to South Bend to go see Notre Dame play. Anyway,
I did a year out there. I'm not trying to go back.
That's right. You sure
Chicago,
did.
Man, Chicago is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's a cool city, man.
But anyway, it's not the wintertime. Go ahead.
Right. But anyway, no, I say it to say, like, we got to stop acting like, and again, not you, but like LeBron gets extra credit. People always say, well, he didn't go to college. Yeah, he didn't choose to. Right? He didn't choose to. Now, would he have been an absolute destructive monster in college? Yes. Just like I believe Kobe would have, But the point is, like, you don't get extra credit from me for the choices that you made. Like, that was you. You chose to do that. So,
The difference in mindset against Kobe had a father, military father.
No, he wasn't military. He was.
Not military. That's Shaq. I'm talking
played
Shaq's
in the league and then
played in the league. Yeah, he had a mentor.
And he was playing pro in Italy. Totally right. Yeah. No, I get that, but.
And then Kobe wasn't okay.
Mm-hmm.
The perspective of Kobe. I'm gonna nip this one in the bud for you, Soprano.
Okay.
Kobe was nowhere near the same level of LeBron James coming out of high school, right?
I don't know. As far as
you're talking play, I'm talking media exposure, what the NBA wanted to do, who they considered to be the next guy. LeBron James was a poster child when he was a junior in high school.
Okay,
Kobe wasn't. Kobe got drafted, 7th overall, I believe, 7th overall, right? 13th. Not even top 5, right?
Okay.
LeBron was numero uno. Sports Illustrated labeled him the chosen one before he even made it to the league. Kobe was none of that. So the difference in the mindset of Kobe had to get more so out the mud. Like, okay, I'm the 13th overall guy. They traded me as soon as I got here. These folks don't believe, like, a lot of stuff is going on. And then he also has the mentorship of having a father who played in the league, right? And then he has to come and he sits on the bench behind Eddie Jones, right? So he had mentorship coming into the league. Granted, it was the same age. LeBron had none of that in a completely different time frame. Kobe was drafted in 96. The Hard Nosers was still in 96.
You cooking, bro.
Right? Not Jordan. Brown was drafted in 03. Oh, them boy, like, we're talking about a different era of upbringing in the NBA at this point, right? What would they say? The toughest era was what, the 80s and the 90s? Now we're getting into the early 2000s. So that whole mentality, what you only got Kevin Garnett and a couple of Ron Artest, a couple of guys that's left with that same mentality that grew up at that point, who LeBron just didn't have, right? So that's the difference of the hugest difference between Kobe and LeBron, because they were not even on the same stratosphere entering into the league of what the league wanted them to be.
Okay.
Kobe became what he is through playing behind Eddie Jones, earning his spot, and then he took off. So the NBA said, here's the keys to the Ferrari, go drive it. There's a difference. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this. I would say, would you say that if Kobe came up in the social media era, obviously there was none, that he would have been in the same situation as LeBron?
If he came up in 2003?
Yeah, if he came up in that social media era. And there's a reason I'm asking you that. So
Kobe was he was an introvert. LeBron is an extrovert. So I don't think Kobe would have, because Kobe, even when Kobe became commercially successful, he didn't like interviews. Kobe don't like interviews.
I don't think it was he doesn't like interviews. I think his focus was y'all got me interviewing. I could be shooting more jump shots right now.
Yeah,
right.
You know I mean? So
yeah.
I mean, Kobe was just a different person. Like he didn't let the media bother him because he showed. I mean, at that point it kind of did bother him because he went out and scored 50 straight in like 4 consecutive games post the accusation that happened. Just so y'all know he locked in. But but
my man was
I don't think that changed him.
Okay, so the reason I asked that question, right, is I think it would have been different because you're talking about he was nowhere near LeBron in terms of what the NBA wanted for him, but I think the NBA didn't have the opportunity to do that for him. And I think if it was in that era, well, one, in 96, Michael was still at the peak of his powers, right? So like there wasn't room for another guy to come in and be that guy. But even still, if they were looking for the guy who was going to be next, if there was social media back then, I think that the league would have put the battery in Kobe's back and put the machine behind him. And the reason I say that, remember, Kobe growing up outside of Philly, Lower Merion, Pennsylvania, this is a guy that used to practice with the Sixers, right? I think his dad hooked that up or whatever. He used to practice with the Sixers and he used to be cooking grown men while he was in high school. So Jerry Stackhouse can tell you, this is on wax. Jerry Stackhouse had a pre-draft workout. He goes, John Lucas, is the head coach and I think the GM at the same time. And he used to have his guys come in and play against Kobe one-on-one to kind of see what they had. So Kobe and Stack are playing one-on-one. After the game, Stackhouse says, man, coach, that guy's good. What does he play on the team? John Lucas is like, yeah, that's Kobe Bryant. He's a junior in high school. So right. And so I say that to say that as great as LeBron was as a high schooler, if there was social media and the ability to have, created that whole thing and put the push behind Kobe back then as maybe the next guy. Because remember, even without social media, they tried with Harold Miner. He just wasn't good enough, the whole Baby Jordan and all that, right? He just wasn't good enough, right? They would have loved that. There you go. Kay Soprano says, Vernon Maxwell said a sophomore Kobe gave him the business, right? And so I say all this to say that it's my opinion that LeBron wasn't that far ahead of Kobe in terms of dealing with all that stuff. He just had the opportunity to do it. Kobe did not. You see what I'm saying?
But that's my point. The NBA said, here's the keys. Kobe had to go snatch his.
Okay.
And once he got there, then that's when the trajectory happened. But at that point, Kobe's 22, 23, 24. And then he has Shaq that's right next to him. That's also, that's his role buddy getting these championships and winning. And Kobe became obsessed with that, right? LeBron's his entering the league to me is just completely different when you add all these aspects of what's going on to a 17-year-old. Because you got to think, go back and revisit. We all grown here. Go back and revisit your mind when you're 17, right? Are you thinking, right? If I was to hand you a $25 million deal, a sneaker deal, and tell you I'm about to give you the keys to $1 billion corporation, go run with it. Telling me you're thinking the same way you are now. You're not.
No, you're not.
Especially as men in this channel, as men in this chat, think about not having a father and being raised by your mother, right? Being catered all the way up until you get into the league and being catered even more when you get into the league. Bro, you're not going to know how to act. You're not going to know how to act, right? So I think that has a lot to do with his maturity and the way he started doing everything in the lights of that, which we're finding out that we're not liking and things like that. So, yeah.
No doubt. All right, let's go ahead and do this, man. This has been great. Let's open up these phone lines. Mrs. The Realist, apparently people want to hear from you, man. You've been cooking in the chat. People want to hear what you got to say. Obviously, you don't have to call in, but we would love to hear from you. But anybody who wants to call in, the number is right here on the screen.
They never want to call in when they damn hot in the chat. Everybody got these. I know, right? They don't got that. It's tough. Right.
You see it's scrolling on the bottom as well. You see the number right here on the screen. So go ahead. Give us a call. We definitely want to hear from y'all. We are definitely.
Come on, loving Aries. I believe in you. I'm an Aries too. So if you're an Aries, come on now. You know how we get now. You better get on this phone now. What day was you born? What's your birthday, by the way?
What's the no? What you worried about? Nobody's gonna attack you.
Calling in.
It's a safe space. All right, let's get it. But yeah, this has been good, man. But I love the fact that we keep seeing the exposure. Think about it. Ray Allen exposed him. Mario Chalmers exposed him. Freaking, multiple journalists have exposed him. Even K Perk, who still insists on playing the card, he exposed him. Like we seeing it time and time again. It's obvious, man. Like,
yeah,
it's anyway.
I would pay so much money to have social media around when Jordan played. Because I'm pretty sure, boy, we would have got some crazy heat on him. And I want to see how the media would have tried to hide, because they hit it greatly. They hit it greatly of what he used to do off the court. If social media was around, boy.
You know what I think what would have happened?
Man,
if social media was around when Jordan played, do you know what I honestly think would happen? He would get pissed off and take it out on the opposition. It would have been worse. Like when he got irritated, it was bad news for the opposition. But that's what I think would have happened.
Would he be in the league long?
Yeah, he would.
Because at this point, now your antics like, hey man, we gotta, hey man, we gonna need you to chillax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the stuff they already hit the suspension. They tried to do a great job of hiding that. The semi-retirement, the suspension.
And we don't know that for sure.
It was Jordan told us it was a suspension.
Edward, listen, I know that you're a LeBron guy. I know that's what you're about, right? But we saw Mario Chalmers. We saw him say that guys weren't afraid of LeBron like they were afraid of Jordan. We saw that. So like, I don't even know what you're arguing about. Two things can be true. Yeah, he can give LeBron credit, but we saw him, the guy that he played with for 4 years, say that. Nino, what's good, my man? How you doing?
Nino.
Good. I was waiting on y'all on Bruce Burner account to call in and see what she's talking about.
You're a funny dude, Nino. I can't run all this Anna Burner account at the same time, man.
I know. I said I don't know who he got running that thing. It might be Dominique running it.
Hey, she came out of nowhere too. I'm like,
what you got, Nino?
Hey, I think I heard something. What some people like about Bron is the thing that mostly the older generation or certain style of people, I think y'all don't like. We give them grace for, like the stuff Transformer said. That's what we break down, because it's like you saying the stuff that we already knew. Basically, like. Remember when Bron used to be, when he was late, I ain't gonna say used to be late, he was late with AI and got suspended for the team, like the first year, he got suspended in the Olympics.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, him, AI, and Solomon, they got suspended.
Okay.
He was hanging out with AI. So, and now you hear, what do you hear now? Bron is 3-4 hours early, like Kobe used to be, for everything, ever since then. So, and then you go back to what you said, how he was acting before. And Transformer broke it down. He was 22, 23, a lot of money. I'm pretty sure you couldn't tell him what to do at 22. But, so, and then he matured. Now that you heard the Olympics this year, they said Bron, one of the hardest workers, one of the team guys. So what did that mean, Bruce? That means that you can be young and foolish, which I know firsthand, and mature later. Now that don't mean, to your point, he still acting. He still do things we all know, like, bro, come on now. He still show out, you know, but I feel y'all nitpick about it.
No, I don't think.
You know how?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Nino.
Go ahead. Yo, break it down. I got multiple points.
That's what's up. No, I was just. I got ammunition now. I don't think it's nitpicking. I think it's just pointing this stuff out, man. Because at the end of the day, like, he is a diva. He is selfish. He is all about self. And so when you say that, people say that you're a hater and you're just jealous. But more and more, we're seeing the people bringing this stuff to the fore. And that's all I'm pointing out. Like, all this stuff people was blasting me and lambasting me for all these years, it's all coming out. So that's why I'm that guy. I don't have a lot of humility when I've been saying something all this time and I get, I get proven right with it. And all the same people that have been going at me, can't say anything. But yeah, I'm the guy who's gonna throw that in your face.
That shows you a huge psychological factor, and this ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. Single children who are raised by one parent.
Oh, facts.
Always grow up to be self-centered.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's about their entire lives. So when you give that same person it's been all about him, 18 years, you give him the keys to $1 billion corporation,
to a kingdom,
and say, go run. You're the chosen one. You're telling a kid who always had everything catered to him, and now I'm the chosen one of $1 billion corporation. Watch me act stupid.
But not only this, Transformer, not only this word, I think the hater come in on when they try to print you a hater. But this is what I'm thinking for the same Bron fan. Because in the same breath, you mentioned Kobe Bryant and you mentioned MJ.
Okay.
Particularly, I didn't watch MJ a lot. I don't know MJ story.
Right.
But I don't want people to go on Kobe because I'm just like, I treat Kobe just like, well, he's human and people was making mistakes. But when you go to a 22, 23, a young Kobe Bryant, and then you can look at it, whatever you may be, but like, well, this Kobe here was a little different. He was always the great leader that you talk about in the Olympics when Bron was in because he was an older man. But we do remember Kobe getting Shaq ran out of town. We do remember they referring to Kobe as a ball hog now. We remember all these things.
Real quick, is it a function of Kobe running Shaq out of town or Kobe simply making the statement, hey, it's him or me, and the organization choosing him because he was younger and he was healthy? No, real talk. I'm just asking. I think that's two different things. He didn't say get Shaq out of here. That's not what he said. He said it's him or me.
Get Shaq out of here. I'm leaving.
No, it's him or me. That's not what he said. No, he made it clear because he knew and he understood that in order for him to reach his max potential and to demonstrate what he could be, he couldn't do it with Shaq there. Because remember, we know that Phil Jackson is the one who said this. Phil Jackson was the guy who he constantly, it's like when you got a dog and the dog is pulling on the leash and you can't let him go, you got to hold him back, right? That was Kobe. He was that young dog always pulling, and Phil Jackson kept having to hold him back. So, that's that.
I'm not debating on that. That's wrong. But now I'm saying it happened, and it's how like what you be saying about Bron. Self-still want to be the star, want to be the man.
No,
all
totally
them guys
disagree.
got that in them. All them guys, Bron, MJ. When Charles Barkley criticized MJ ownership as a grown man, they said that ended their friendship. So all them guys got the same thing in them, Bron. So you just get to talk about it from a Bron standpoint. You get to look at it from a growner, older, wiser perspective than you was in MJ, because that was your era. All them superstar guys got that same stuff in them. All of them.
All right.
And
yes,
I'm going to leave you with this point.
Go for it, man.
I'm going to leave you with this point, Bruce. Transform. Nobody. Now I got to speak for Bron, the same Bron thing. We gotta tone it down. That's why Bruce think we crazy. Nobody thinks, I hope not. In 07 and 08, 06, that LeBron was clear cut better than Kobe in the NBA. Now, if they get a like that,
Nick Wright,
you saying nobody thought that, or somebody thought that?
There's a lot of people who think that. Nick Wright said LeBron was the best player in the league from the time he entered the league. Draymond Green said that foolishness too.
Them the guys you talking about. Me and Transformer, we're a little different than them guys.
There's also other guys who watch this show who say things
out of
like
I'm
that.
I'm gone, Bruce. Hey, y'all, Transformer, holler at y'all, man. You Bruce trying to start stuff, man. I'm gone, man.
I'm just saying.
I'm enjoying the show. That's my boy, man. He don't want. Hey, I'm gone.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to the guys, man.
No doubt, Nino. Thank you for the call, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, man, love you, bro, man. Have a good one.
Y'all. Yeah.
Nino said I'm out. I'm out on that one. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, man. Waiting for some more calls on this, man. Definitely want to hear what people have to say. But I am curious to know kind of what people's thoughts are specifically on the commentary from this article with the stuff that was saying, like the immaturity, diva-like behavior of James, calling his inner circle the enablers, Nike having to sit him down and tell him like, yo, get right or you're not going. Like that's how you treat a little kid. To that point you made, Transformer. That is how you have to treat a little kid. Behave yourself or I'm going to leave you home. Like, that's crazy. Like, you know, like when you see grade school kids in school and if they misbehave, they can't go participate in field day or they can't go, you know, on the field trip because they got disciplinary points. Like, no grown man should have to be told that. Like, that's insane to me. And the reason I say that, obviously it's not apples to apples, but we have seen, and this is an analogy I like to make, again, not apples to apples, but, and you know this, Transformer, we've seen people the same age as a young LeBron, 21, 22 years old, making life or death calls in the combat zone. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I can't ever sit back and be like, oh, well, like young people will make mistakes, right? I don't expect a young person to know what I know at 46, but at the same time, I don't buy it with the whole, oh, that person is just young. So nah. Because
I like how you reference
who are
the
able to
combat
do
zone,
that.
but we also have mentors before we get there.
True. Very true. Very true. Bruce, what up, man?
What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man. That story about LeBron is an absolute fluff.
I knew you would say that. I knew you would say that, but that's okay. I mean, it's all sorts.
Bruce, man.
You know.
Absolute fluffy. Bunch of fluffy.
Mm-hmm. But it's all sorts.
All these years, after all these damn years, I still talk about, come on, stop bull crap. Talk about people was at the babysit. Stop that, man. LeBron was the best player in the world at that time. Just stop it.
What?
He wasn't going to be on that team. Get out of here. All of a sudden, after all these years, stop the bullshit.
Kobe was the MVP that year, right?
I was about to say, just to clarify what you're saying LeBron was the best player in the world in 2008?
Yes.
Okay.
Without being MVP and not being in the finals?
Well, if he wasn't one, he was second. I mean, who was better than him and Kobe during that time? No one.
Cocaine
he
is
was voted fourth. So I mean, I think
actually sit up here and believe that satire, absolute fluff of a story. All of a sudden, this pops up after all these years when LeBron's somewhere at home minding his business, filming podcasts.
Lying on the podcast, but go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're going to believe that fluff, man. I mean, I don't believe that.
Oh, of course you're not going to believe that, and that's okay. You don't have to.
First of all, you talk about they getting Jason Kidd to babysit him. Get the fuck out of here.
Why? Okay. Let me ask you this, Bruce. I respect the fact that you think it was fluff and you don't agree with it. I respect that. But now, can you actually try to rationally refute this instead of just saying it was fluff? Like, what do you have that you can actually use as a legitimate argument against what was in the article?
Because the timing of it, the media and all these old guys that was Woj and all these guys coming up, and it's something with it's pushing the movement against Braun. They're trying to diminish his character and his name, you know.
Okay.
And hold on. And you know, people complain about him. He's still playing in his late age, but he's playing efficient. Second team all NBA this year.
What if I said that was fluff?
And like it's scrapping it up, but all this words coming up with these stuff, man. It sounds like some shit on chat, GPT. It sounds like some made up shit, truthfully.
Okay, so wait. So hold on. So here's the thing about that. And again, I respect that you feel that way. But you did see that the article named names, right? Like Coach K and Jerry Colangelo, right? These are big time names in the world of basketball. So if that was just made up stuff, do you think that they would attach those type of names to it? Or Jason Kidd?
Yeah, but then nowadays with the internet and AI and chat, all these GPT, the story probably had a little value to it, but a lot of that shit's fucked up. They had to talk to Ron and a stern warning. That's LeBron James. He's getting picked with God. He was penciled in. 2008, Ron. Oh, stop it. You believe that? They was going to leave him off the team. After all these years, this story come up. Come on, stop the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Cut the crap. This is a bunch of satire, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of satire, man. Period.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's only a select few that can come and confirm or deny.
What you say, Transformer?
I say it's only a select few that can come and confirm or deny.
Hey, let me imagine this. You truly believe this bull crap? All these You say you never heard the story before. Come on, Bruce. You into sport? You're a sports journalist, Bruce. You never heard the story, and all of a sudden this shit just pops up off the blue. It's some AI shit, some chat GPT crap, bunch of fluff.
Right. So being that is
LeBron down and give LeBron James the second best player in the world according to you. They had to sit him down, give him a stern warning. Wasn't the White Howard on that team?
Yeah.
He was goofy play. I mean, they ain't give the White Howard a stern warning. You know how playful goofy he was. It just don't seem like his attitude. LeBron's belittlement and he thought he was better than everybody. Attitude. And I mean, LeBron. I don't see that. Yeah.
Of course you don't see that. Of course you don't see that. But it's okay.
It sounds like you had an ego, which all great men have egos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody had an ego or have something somebody don't like about them. But actually, to get Jason Kidd to babysit him, come on. Because Woj don't, we all know Woj and don't know really, they don't get along.
So,
it's a bunch of fluff.
So, again, repeating the same thing over and over again doesn't really do anything to bolster your point. But okay, I mean, I respect that you feel that way. I also noticed that you can't effectively refute the argument. So it's all good.
I'm asking you, let me ask you this, Bruce, before I get off. Are you that naive to believe that?
I'm not naive at all.
Okay, but come on now, Bruce. Come on now. You pushing. You just, I don't know, man. What you say, Transform? What you say about him, Mr. Transform?
Hey, man, he's a grown man, bro. That's all I gotta say. He's a grown man, dog.
No, I'm just saying real quick. What you do actually believe? I mean, before I get all this, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute of your time. You actually believe that occurred? The transfer of service. You actually believe that?
I don't believe it occurred to the degree that it's being portrayed. I believe it was more of a mentorship. Do I believe they were going to cut him off that team? No, because it wouldn't have made sense. It honestly wouldn't have made sense. He's the biggest name in basketball.
But they don't want
one of the biggest name in basketball. How do you justify taking him off of that team to the public? Because at this point, we'll be blinded about it. Like, wait, LeBron James is not on the Olympic team? And we're trying to win gold? Like, it wouldn't have made sense. So publicly, it just wouldn't have made sense at all.
I think,
but if you were to tell me that they did have these conversations with him about the things that he did in 2004, I believe that. I do believe that because, like I said, I see a lot, like over the course of his career, you see a lot of self-centeredness, a lot of like, it's me, because if you look at it, it's always been about him, right? So it's hard to tell somebody or tell a grown man at this point in his career, like, it's not all about you, right? Like you got to spread that love. And again, we're not talking about the court. The court is completely different. We're talking about off the court. That article is strictly about off the court. They didn't say nothing about this man's play. They didn't call him a bad teammate. They didn't say the man shot too much. They didn't say he did too much on the court. This was literally all about off the court. So us trying to compare play, it has zero. This article has zero to do with that. He didn't barely make it because he couldn't play. He barely made it, according to this article, because of the antics that were going along with his self-centeredness. So do I believe some of it to be true? Yes, but not to this degree. To say the man got babysat? Come on now. No.
I mean,
absolutely not.
I just don't get why that seems to be so improbable to you guys. Like, I really don't. Is it that you just don't like the language? You don't like the terminology that was used? Because I don't see why that is just so improbable.
Because who are you saying that about? You say that about nobody. You're a very well-renowned journalist who was basically a neutral party between a lot of people.
Yes.
It doesn't help the fact that you would use terminology alongside the fact that you really don't like them.
Dang. Wow. That's an outstanding point, Mr.
Isaiah Thomas was not in the stratosphere of LeBron James.
By the Dream Team, he was the second best point guard of all time, and he was a two-time champion who, to his point, had beaten Michael Jordan, Kareem, and Larry Bird. Like,
I don't think he ever lost.
Jordan, Magic, and Bird.
No, Larry never lost. Yeah, got it. Never mind.
Hey, Bruce, let me say this.
Yeah, what's up?
For you to say that they could have won that US that year. the U.S. could have won that year without LeBron's absolute blasphemy. I don't believe that to be true.
Of course, you don't believe it to be true, but that's okay.
I don't believe that to be true.
Right.
Man,
they were yin and yang, bro. It's kind of hard to see it without him. They were definitely yin and yang in that whole time.
Yeah, man. So good show today, brother, man. And I'm gonna check in with you, Bruce. I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
No doubt,
have a good evening, man.
Hey, you too, man.
Thank you. A long phone call afterwards.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Fluff, great call from Bruce. You know he always going to cape up for old Bron.
That fluff was funny, man. That's just fluff.
That's just fluff. But my thing is, in all seriousness, to me, even if everything else you think is fluff, my biggest thing is, from the journalistic standpoint, there's a lot of names attached to that article that people could easily go to and say, is this true? Jason Kidd never pushed back on this article. Jerry Colangelo didn't push back on this article. Coach K didn't push back on this article, right? So, like, you got some big time. They could have gone to a lot of people and say, yo, is this stuff true? Nobody has a beef, right?
But you're taking silence as an answer. Silence is not an answer all the time, right? Like, they could also be like he's adding extra words in there, but there's probably some truth. We're not saying that there's no truth to it. There's probably some truth to what they're saying. I'm just saying Woj went that extra degree of belittling it a little bit more than what I think what really happened, because you can't say in the same breath that Mike is giving Kobe and Bron all this praise about what they did prior to the season and during the season and all that, and then for something like this to be portrayed by somebody who's not really involved and adding different terminology to it when we know that they don't like him, right? We know that he doesn't like them. It kind of gives me that I hear you, but at the same time, I'm only going to take the strong information, not the specific detailed information, if that makes sense, right?
I hear what you're saying. Like I said, my only issue was more specifically, if I'm saying stuff that I'm worried about, I'm not attaching big names to it. I'm not, and so that's my thing.
Love Aries, what are you talking about? We're not saying Isaiah Thomas ain't nothing. Isaiah Thomas wasn't the face. He wasn't about to be the poster child. Jordan was that. That's what I'm talking about. We're not saying nobody in this world to say Isaiah Thomas ain't nothing. We're saying he's nothing. Comparison to who they were and what the NBA and the league had them at, LeBron is head over heels over what Isaiah Thomas was.
We get that, but we're talking about, I think I know what she's talking about. She's just saying in terms of greatness and him being left off the team, that LeBron could have been as well.
That's we're not talking about play. I want y'all to exclude play out of everything that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about play.
No doubt. Caller from Louisiana. Who's this?
So Kendrick from New Orleans, man.
What's up, Kendrick? How you doing?
Well, thank you for calling. Kendrick Lamar from LA.
Yeah,
what?
Damn, there it goes. I get that a lot.
What's up, man?
I heard the last caller say, LeBron was, the best, 2008. Me, I wasn't even a real big Kobe fan. I was always with my Hornets. He used to kill us, but you could never.
Y'all supposed to draft him.
Y'all supposed to keep him. They did. They just traded him.
They're supposed to keep him.
Man, you can't tell me LeBron is better than Kobe when 07, of course, he made it to the finals. Sweet. 2008, Kobe won that same San Antonio team. Then you go the next year, wasn't they like 67 wins that year? He was the MVP. How do you lose against Dwight Howard without Jameer Nelson? How do you do that? Then Kobe goes in and just washes them. You saw what that was. Then you go to the next year. Paul Pierce had the man kicking trash cans. Kobe gets out there. 7. He was never really better than Kobe. D Wade said it himself. They teamed up. Once he saw Kobe grab that ball, he got 5. I got 1. Brian has 0. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? He leaving us in the dust right now.
Right.
We know what that was. But the media, they gonna push it out to, hey, he's the cash cow. Why not just, put everything on him? Hey, it used to be Jordan Kobe. That was a conversation.
Right.
But the media has
one-sided conversation at that. Just like it is now.
Very. But the media gotta do what they gotta do. But people get mad about all these articles coming out. It's like we told y'all this years ago.
Yep.
When the ending is near, more things will come out. In my opinion, it's going to get worse. And
I like this guy, Transformer.
I heard Transformer say, Jordan got suspended for gambling. If we're bringing in conspiracies, let's bring up that biogenesis lab that burned down in Miami.
No, because Jordan told us he got suspended. See, when Jordan said out of his mouth he was suspended.
Something about it. And he expects people to say that. But if we don't bring up a conspiracy that was never fully proven, how about we bring up that? That right there, that destroyed baseball. Over 200 players got found out. But once it got to the NBA, all of a sudden it got quiet. Very quiet.
Oh,
we're not talking about
conspiracy to me.
Okay. I got what you're saying.
Yeah, brother, what you got?
I'm just saying, Jordan literally said out his mouth, if he lets me back. Meaning, I did, because he was supposed to retire. Who was supposed to let you back?
Right. If you're retiring, why do you
retiring?
Have to
just come back.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, if he lets me back.
Right.
So, I mean, that's telling, like, because at the same time, that whole thing came out like.
But Transformer, I get what Kendrick is saying here, Transformer. My bad, Kendrick. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
No, you good, man. This y'all, man.
No, but we opened the phone lines.
We opened up a few guys. Pause.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah. Oh.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to say that. My bad.
What is going on?
That was dangerous, boy.
No, but
I'm turning my camera off for a second. I need to recuperate.
But no, I think what Kendrick is trying to say here, Transformer, is when you bring up conspiracy theories, remember, and let me be clear, I am not in any way, nor is anyone on the Format podcast accusing LeBron James of using performance-enhancing drugs. Okay, now that that's out the way.
Full disclosure.
Right, full disclosure. We are not. We don't do that here. We believe in evidence. But no, the conspiracy theories, right? People in LeBron James' close inner circle have been wrapped up with performance-enhancing drugs.
Very close.
You had people who worked at the biogenesis clinic, right? Who said that they saw packages getting picked up every week with the initials LJ on it. Like, I mean, that could be Larry Johnson or whoever else, right?
It was also picked up by Mr. Paul.
Right, picked up by Mr. Paul, right?
No first name, right. Mr. Paul.
And then, of course, we see LeBron doing things that we've never seen done before. Again, nobody is saying that he's doing anything he shouldn't be doing. Right, it just looks funny when you look at conspiracy theories. And if you even go back to when he first left Miami, he supposedly went on a paleo diet. He was super skinny and weak. Yep. He needed to take 2 weeks off during the season in Cleveland, right? Goes back to Miami, comes back super recharged, super diesel after 2 weeks. All I'm just saying, that stuff looks funny. Again, not accusing him of anything, but sometimes things look funny. That's all.
Yeah. Those cramps in San Antonio were real interesting too. Like, don't y'all play in Miami?
That's a great point.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I get it, but nah, bro, ain't no way.
That's
and you gain weight while playing basketball. How do you gain 7 pounds while gaining? I understand muscle weight. Well, not muscle weight, water weight. I understand that.
That's easy.
But gaining weight while
is it Transformer?
running?
Yeah, we're seeing it with Zion Williamson. We saw it with Charles Barkley. We saw it with plenty of players that gain weight.
No, we talk about over the course of one game. Over the course of one game, you gain 7 pounds. That is kind of weird. So you being
what water weight?
Even still, you're not going to gain 7 pounds of water weight. You running up and down. You're going to sweat like crazy.
Yeah, but all your fluid intake is crazy too.
The LeBron fans' favorite thing is deniable.
Plausible deniability.
Yeah. Plausible. I'm a twist it. Hey, we twisting it, man. We gonna do that. Yeah, man. Hey, LeBron's a great player. I'm not gonna take nothing from him, but he's a diva. The same article is saying exactly what he is now. He has been a diva as long as he's been in the league. He just came out on his podcast and said, hey, maybe we could get like a month break before the playoffs. No, how about you retire?
That's
Crazy work.
Go. The league doesn't need you no more, and they're showing it. They're going to actively push him out. It's going to happen sooner or later.
They actually kind of do. They do actually, because nobody else wants the mantle. They let LeBron stick around as long as he can, because these young bucks, the Zions, the Ja Morants, these guys, they don't want it.
We know who wants it. The MVP wants it.
Yeah, now.
in the finals right now. 2 point guards who actually care. 2 young players who actually care.
How long did that take, though, Kendrick?
I was just after KD. KD, yo, you see exactly like the elder statesman right now is nothing like what we used to have.
Facts.
These dudes are actively saying, like, we don't really care. Like they're showing us this. So I'm happy the playoffs went the way they did because it's showing who wanted more. We're not calling all these crazy fouls like that. We're going to keep it there. Who really wanted more? And you see who wanted it more. And
no, I agree. I agree.
If he don't stop shooting them threes and get that mid-range in, he's not going nowhere.
Who you talking about, Anthony?
Yeah, Edwards.
Yeah.
Athletically, the man is nice, but if he's, but you know, it's the Timberwolves. You know, it's an analytic team, so you know what comes with that.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Who was it in the coach in Houston? We actually won.
Daryl Morey when he was the
Daryl
GM.
Morey, bro.
Yeah. But you got anything else?
Look at the analytics. We won.
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Y'all having a great show, man.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. We here all the time.
Already did it. I got you. I
appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the call, man.
All right.
Man,
great call from Kendrick. Great call.
Analytics. We
another member of the Format family. All right. We'll take one more call. And then we will go ahead and get out of here. Let you guys enjoy the rest of your night. But yeah, we just wanted to get on here, man, and kick it with y'all. Realistically, we like talking about these topics, but if we're honest, we love hanging out with y'all and really,
man,
building this community and exchanging ideas and all that, man. We really enjoy, talking with y'all and doing this show. So
especially the watch parties, man.
Who's involved. Yeah, watch parties. About all type of nonsense during watch parties, man.
We get to know y'all a lot more, man.
For game one.
Huh?
We probably need to do one for game one.
What's that, Thursday at 8?
Thursday at 8, yeah.
Thursday, 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. We can probably put that in the works.
Yeah, we can do it. You know what's funny? We've never done a watch party for football. But we got one this year for sure. If we only have one, we know what it is.
I don't know if I'm going to watch that game on live with
G.
Because G going to want to be on there and G going to piss me off, man. G going to piss me off.
I was about to say, really? You don't want to be on there with me for that, man?
If it's me and you, for sure. If G's on the show, I'm leaving that day. I'm leaving.
Hey, look, listen up. While we wait to see if we get one more call, man, put it in the chat if y'all want to see a watch party during football season of the Packers and the Ravens, so me and Transformer can go at it.
So if you don't know, for those who don't know, it's obviously Green Bay. It's my team, right?
Yeah.
You can see, but off the left side of the shirt of the logo, that's his team.
That's right.
That's why we're talking this game up, man. But
yes.
G, y'all probably haven't met yet, right? Some of y'all look new to the channel. Levin Aries, a couple other new faces.
Okay, Levin Aries wants to see us do that game. There we go. She wants to see us do that game. There we go.
Don't do that, Levin Aries. Where's she from? Where's she from again?
She's from Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Okay, so she's a Bear. So. Ooh.
Yeah, I believe so.
Ooh, my bad. Oh, she's a Raven fan. She's saying, let's go Ravens. Or she's saying that because
there you go, baby. Oh, okay. There you go.
She's right. Saying that because it's the Packers.
Okay. That's right.
Oh, man. Cowboys, Dorillis, you're welcome to exit stage left. K Soprano, we feel sorry for you. Here.
Okay, Virginia. Okay, what part of Virginia? I used to live in Newport. Well, not live. I was stationed in Newport News. So when I was at Fort Eustis.
Oh, you can exit too, Levin Aries. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Levin Aries.
So she really do not like us. Yeah, she don't like us. We put them out of the playoffs damn near every time they have a good season.
Not at all.
Was Des Bryant down, Levin Aries?
Oh, wow. Steve, king of the chat. What's up, my brother? How are you, man?
What up, Bruce? What up, Twizzler?
My king
is back.
I'm back.
What's going on, man?
Not much, brother. Just been busy. You know how things are. I'm glad to catch you live. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. We miss you. We're glad to hear from you.
The right topic tonight. We're talking about our boy.
That's not my boy.
Hey, you already know. Hey, you saw the twerking stop as soon as Woj dropped another bomb.
Look, hey, man, Steve, you know the twerking is never gonna drop, man. They somewhere fighting over the bottle of honey right now.
They're not twerking right now. They're sidestepping. They're sidestepping this one.
Oh man,
the gyrating ain't stopping. It's just a different motion to the. You know how it is. They can't stop themselves.
No, they can't. They can't.
I don't want to take up too much time. You guys covered it really well. Transformer brings up some good points and all that, like he always does. Because
He does.
I respectfully appreciate his insight, but he's wrong. He is wrong. Sorry, you're wrong. Listen, hey,
give me some love. But he's wrong.
Hey, you know I got love for you, brother. But that's why I gave you that little preamble. I built you up so I could tear you down.
But just snapped it, bro. Just snapped me right in that.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, here's what I'm going to say. This is the only thought I have. I read the article. I saw it was from Woj. Everybody that's like not just casual guys that we watch the league. We know the game. We know how highly respected Woj is.
That's right.
In these NBA circles and his journalistic credentials, his credibility, his career. We all know that when Woj drops a bomb, he drops a bomb. That's why we call it a Woj bomb. So my whole theory on this is, if this would have been any other player, we would have taken Woj at his word, and we'd have taken this story seriously. And everybody would have been like, "Oh man, this is something we need to. Because it came from Woj, it has to be true." But because it's LeBron, it seems like now we're like, "Oh, we're kind of tone policing Woj." Now we're like, "Well, because he's touching the untouchable, we can't have this type of context out there, and we got to word salad ways around what Woj is actually writing on his article and what he's hearing from direct sources, because Woj is very credible. He's about his business." So that's the only thing I could take from this is like, if this were to be about, Kevin Durant, if this were to be about, anybody else, any other superstar, we'd have been like, "Oh, this is big time thing." But it seems like if Woj drops a bomb on Braun, now we got a sidestep. And we're like, well, maybe the terminology, maybe there's just breadcrumbs of truth. And it's like, why are we dismissing a man that's built his career and his journalistic legacy on such, highly regarded work? But now we're going to kind of like break down the actual source of this story because it's the kind of coat for LeBron. That's what I'm noticing. I love you, Twizzler.
That's a great point,
the coat
Steve.
Is real. The coat is real. If this was anybody else, we would have taken Woj at his word. That's why I kind of think, well, hey, man, I don't think Woj would just come out with this just to come out with it.
That's right.
Some personal vendetta.
That's right.
But anyway, those are my thoughts on the situation.
That's a great point, Steve. Like I said, my bigger thing is always when you start naming names, especially big time names like the ones in that article, it's real hard for me to not believe it when you attach those type of names to it. You didn't say unnamed sources,
right?
You didn't say a source said. You naming real names out there. So,
and that's why I said what I said. I do believe some to be true, some to be very, very true and accurate. It's the specific detailing in certain words where I'm like, that doesn't sound like something Woj would actually say.
But to me, that sounds like somebody told him, though.
It sounds like tone policing.
But those wasn't in quotations. Huh? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying, it sounds like a little bit of tone policing, and I'll even grant you, like, no, it wasn't quotations, but do I think Woj just came up with those words out of thin air?
Right.
Or was he getting consistent rhetoric around this idea where he says, I have to write it this way because this is how the story is portrayed to me.
Right.
And like we said, like, I granted, if one of these names were to come out and say, I did not say this, I did not portray the story this way, Woj misinterpreted me, but we haven't heard any of that. Now, that remains to be seen. If somebody comes out and defends LeBron and says, hey, I didn't say something like this or didn't lead on to it, or maybe it was misunderstood, then I'd say, okay, then we have some grounds to be like, now we can question Woj. But until that happens, the Woj bomb is the bomb, baby. It exploded. And we got to deal with it. The LeBron fans, LeBron sexuals are just going to have to sidestep this as much as they can, which we know they will. I'm not calling you Twizzler LeBron sexual. I know.
No, I got you.
No, Transformer is not that. Nobody can say that about him. Not around me. He is not that. Right. Nah, I always got his back. No.
I heard specifically from Bron sexuals, man, and it's just not. Oh my God.
He learned the hard way.
He did.
He learned the hard way when Young Disciple called in and checked him.
It's like, damn. I'm not forming my own opinion Because it's not about LeBron.
I told you.
He's being
got
too
excommunicated from the
objective.
cult. But
I
hey,
was
so-
being too
I gotta-
objective. That was the
Yes.
first time I've ever heard some shit like that.
Yes,
Well, you're not allowed to think for yourselves when you're part of the cult. That's how they go.
that's it.
But hey, fellas, I got to jump off here. I'm busy at work. I wanted to take a couple minutes to call in. I hadn't talked to you fellas in a while.
I appreciate the call,
Hey,
Steve.
man.
Thank you so much, man.
We
Thank
love
you.
it, bro.
Hey, fellas,
Stay
God
safe,
bless.
man.
Y'all take care.
Hey, you too,
Rest
man.
up that calf, bro.
Hey, I'm running again. I was on the treadmill today.
Steve is a psycho.
Already the man is a psychopath.
Yes.
All dog, all day, baby.
All dog, all day.
All right, Steve. Go Irish, brother.
Go Irish.
All right, man. Steve, the king of the chat, man. All right, look, we're gonna take one more call before we get out of here. Love and Aries, this is for you.
No,
This
she
is
want to
for you.
call to talk about them boys now. She said, "Nah, bump that. I'm calling in now.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
y'all got my boys effed up.
All right, we got. Okay, go for it. Yeah, we right here.
got
Go ahead,
my
call
boys
in.
effed up. She ain't finna call to talk about nothing LeBron. It's about to be all Dallas. About to be all
Format
Dallas.
Podcast. Who's this?
Hello, how y'all doing?
What's going
There
on?
she is.
Hey,
I see you in the
hey.
Tidewater. You in the Tidewater. Where you at?
Norfolk.
Okay. Yeah, I was at Fort
Yeah.
Eustis. That was my last duty station before I moved out
All
to Florida.
trash.
See, Transformer,
Why
I
you
was gonna
gotta-
let you live.
Go ahead,
I'm
handle
sorry, I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm back.
My
I
man
was gonna let
stayed
you
with
live
the
about that
props.
LeBron thing. See, I was gonna let you live and stay in the chat with that. When you start talking about my boys,
Mm-hmm.
something different. That is something totally different.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
I struck a nerve.
Yes, you did. Yes,
I'm
you did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Yes, you did. But see, thankfully for me, I'm not a delusional Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Okay.
We can live
See,
with
I
that.
like the Ravens, and the reason why I like the Ravens is because I like Lamar Jackson, and the reason why I like Lamar Jackson is
Mhm.
because of Dak Prescott. I don't like Dak Prescott.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more okay. I see where
you know what? We can live with that. We can live with that.
Cowboys can't get a good superstar, so you got to go somewhere else and find one. I got you.
And then when you said something
Wow.
about Dez, don't do that.
Was he down though? I thought he was
Cowboys.
down. He looked down.
You know
Don't
what?
do
You know
it.
what, Transformer?
Don't do that.
I don't think he
do
was. I don't think he was.
I
He
think
wasn't down.
he,
That was a catch.
he was down.
I think he was a
That
catch,
was a catch.
Transformer.
That was a catch. That was a catch.
I
They
think so.
later confirmed that it was a catch.
And you know,
What?
I'm
No. Correction,
Uh.
because I have this debate a lot. During the time, it was a drop. When the rule
It
changed,
wasn't a drop.
when the rule
What?
changed,
He caught
they
that.
said now you can, at least if you hold the ball, you have some control of the ball.
He caught
They
that.
considered it
He
a catch.
caught that.
So it
I
was
thought
not
it
a
was
catch.
Transformer.
Then-
I
it was
thought
a
I
catch
actually
then, it's a
have-
catch now.
I actually have the report from the lead official verifying why it was not a catch post that game. The league official, like, yeah, that's why we didn't consider it a catch. When the rule changed, they said, well, now that makes that a catch, but at the time it was not a catch. But you still lost.
It
Got
was
cooked.
a catch then because he made the same catch before. I think when we played against the Giants. And look, while you talking
Yeah,
about
the
the Green Bay Packers beating us, FYI, Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite quarterbacks, and the reason why is because he beat us so much. And the way that he beat us, I couldn't.
It was called Aaron's World. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but respect it.
Wow.
I couldn't. And
Okay.
he became one of my favorite quarterbacks after that.
Okay.
And
All right.
I love the hope, the hope that y'all had when y'all finally had to play us in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs, and you knew Aaron Rodgers was no longer there. You like, yeah, man, we about to smack these boys, get them up out of here, and y'all got cooked
Mhm.
48-16 at your home stadium. That the fans ran out the building.
And
see what you said. I said, with me,
And they
I
still
didn't care
paid
at that
Dak.
point.
Mhm.
He said, you ain't care. I didn't care.
Exactly. It's like I'm with you on that because he shouldn't have got anything. Not like that.
Oh,
No,
my
I don't
goodness.
like him. Mm-mm. I don't like him.
I like you now. Now you cool with me.
All right, Ms. Love and Aries, as we
Ooh,
got
good
you
me.
on the
Ooh,
phone right now, let's go ahead and you've been cooking in the chat. Why don't you give us a brief synopsis before you get out of here on this LeBron thing? And do you think the
Okay.
article was fluff?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And he was a brat. And I feel like everything was laid out for him. The storyline was laid out for him from the beginning. And he knew that. He knew everything was going his way. He knew he had the league in the palm of his hands. He could do what he wanted to do. Say anybody. He knew that. Oh boy. I thought he was going to get me started about this man. Because I don't like him. I don't. One of the main reasons why I don't like him is because they push that black activist thing about him.
Right.
And he's not that. Everything that he does, I feel like it's for a look. I honestly believe that his whole career is based off of MJ.
Absolutely.
He's doing everything MJ did to try to do it better. And then what MJ didn't do, he's trying to do it. Like the activist thing where people say MJ didn't care about the black community. Now he's trying to do that. But if you look at it, when he's put to the forefront to stand for us, he doesn't. He's scared.
I don't like that concept a lot. I mean, I don't like that. And this is nothing to do with LeBron James, because we say this a lot about certain players. When they finally speak, it's like we want, like, okay, well, they didn't say nothing. But when they finally say something, we poo-poo it like, oh, now you want to say something now. But like, I feel like, there's no right or wrong of when and how you say something. If you're saying something, that's a positive. That's how I look at it. That got nothing to do with LeBron, but I'm just saying, I hear that a lot.
No, but when his fans say that he's the closest thing to Muhammad Ali,
what?
I have an issue with
Who
that.
said that? That's wow.
And the fan that said it is older than him.
That's crazy. That's crazy that anybody would say that. That's
Who said that?
Media heavy saying that he's the closest thing to Muhammad Ali.
These people are on drugs. These people are on drugs. Wow. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not tough. That's terrible.
Yeah,
toughly terrible.
On social media frequently. He's up there pushing that. Yes, he is.
Wow. Okay.
But I don't like that. And then the whole the GOAT thing with him, when he self-proclaimed himself the GOAT.
Yeah, not cool at all.
After that, and then who we consider the GOAT. Now we're looking at you through that lens. And then when you mess up, you got excuses for days.
Yep.
As to why you messed up.
Not GOAT behavior.
No, that's not GOAT. Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
And then when people say he's doing so much, and we've never seen a 40-year-old do this. What is he doing?
Well, in fairness,
playing great. Oh wait, what? No, that's not poo-poo. The man's greatness at 40.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so he's playing in an era where you can't touch him.
Oh, okay.
He's the biggest dude on the court.
And still, he's taking the young boy spots. That's crazy work.
Cooking.
Everything's. He's the face of the league. He's bringing in the money. Everything is catered to him.
No, we're not going to go that far as play. Because if it was, they wouldn't have instituted the 3-point line like that. Am I wrong?
His teammates play so he can get his stats.
That's true.
He plays strictly for stats. And then he focuses on winning second. His main goal is to get stats. And then maybe, just maybe, he'll win.
Bruce, you're agreeing because but there's no reason why. We say that this man is still getting second team NBA, but he's still playing for stats. You're still one of the best players in the league. Who's leaving in their when they're playing the best basketball? Who leaves?
No. He's playing for stats because there's times when like the game is out of reach or the game is over and he's still in there making sure he get his numbers.
But Jordan did. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there because we saw Jordan do the same thing at the same age.
They won.
Not in Washington. We're talking about Washington. His career was long over.
He didn't have nothing to prove. What did he have to prove in Washington?
So why did he go back out there? Why go back out there? You got nothing to prove.
You talking about when they told him? You talking about when they told him go get the one basket so you can average 20, right?
Oh, so they had to babysit him to get back on the court. Hey, you come here, little man.
Years of stat padding. Come on, bro.
Come get on the court. Come get on the court. Like what are we talking about?
Transformer, you can't compare that to years of stat padding. You know that's not the same, bro.
Stat padding is stat padding. I don't care if it's white or black. It's stat padding, bro. Why are y'all trying to differentiate?
Really?
Nah, you know that's not.
Jordan is the big name in the NBA at that point. You telling me somebody, a coach, is going to tell him to, oh man, hey, get back in the game to get these numbers. What? Get out of here. He's that much of an animal, that much feared in the NBA that somebody told him to get your ass up and come get these numbers.
One basket.
You serious?
You
serious?
They didn't care about
One
the
basket.
numbers, right?
Serious?
They cared about the numbers. They cared about it. MJ didn't care about it. Someone had to tell him to go do it.
So somebody told Jordan what to do. Got it. That's all I needed to hear. Somebody told Jordan what to do.
Care about it. No, don't twist this. He didn't care about
twist nothing, baby. You just talk. So if I tell you to stand your ass up, are you gonna stand up or no? If I tell you to stand up, are you gonna stand up or no?
Okay, so he sat down because he didn't care about getting the numbers. They was like, MJ, go ahead and get this. Go ahead and do that. They just saying, just go ahead and do it. He didn't care
Transformer,
about it.
you know there's degrees.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Transformer, you know there's degrees to things, right? If I steal a loaf of bread and I steal a car, is that
Still
the
a
same
thief.
thing? Even though we're both
You're still a
stealing?
thief.
Yes, but is that the same thing? Why is there petty larceny and grand larceny, Transformer? Because there's levels to
There's
things.
law.
Right?
That's law. I hate when people try to reference law into like that's not common.
What I'm saying is there's still different levels to things, right? If I push you, if I push you and I snuff you in your face,
makes the playoffs.
both are assaults. Which one is worse?
Talking about
Transformer, if I push you and I snuff you in the face, which one is worse?
I'm whooping your ass regardless. The result is the same.
No. What I'm saying is which one is worse? Which one is worse? If I snuff you in your face or I push you in your chest.
So Kobe stat padded. Did Kobe stat pad?
No, you didn't answer my question.
No. Because we do this for LeBron that we don't do for other players that stayed in longer than what they did.
Well,
did Kobe stat pad? Yes or no? Did Kobe stat pad? Yes or no?
First of all, you brought up Michael Jordan. You brought up Michael Jordan in one instance that you love to bring up.
No, because now we say this now because we see the 40-year-old playing this great. Did Kobe stat pad? Yes or no?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me calm down.
Did Kobe stat pad? Yes or no?
You moving the goalpost now, Transformer.
No, I'm not. No, you saying that because you just read that in the comments. Be real, bro.
No. I was
did
about to
Kobe
say. Did Kobe
stat pad? Did Vince Carter stat pad? Did Dirk Nowitzki stat pad? Did these guys stat pad?
I definitely wouldn't call Vince a stat padder. What he averaged like 6 or 7 in his final 2 years or whatever.
Okay, so why didn't he retire sooner? He was already great, man.
He should have.
Okay, did Kobe stat pad?
I don't see that.
You don't?
I don't see that. No, I don't.
Man, we were barely making it anywhere. We didn't even scratch, sniff, or even try to breathe the playoffs. Was he stat pad? Yes or no?
You think that's what he was out there for? You really believe that, or are you saying
Kobe
that
wanted to win?
LeBron.
Kobe wanted to win.
Right, and he was doing everything he could to try and make that happen. How much?
Why
do you think
is that not LeBron then? Why is that not LeBron? Is LeBron not making the playoffs? Is he not? Because if LeBron was a bottom feeder in the NBA on a bad team, I would respect your synopsis on saying he's stat padded. But he's still making the play. His team could still go on runs. How is that stat padding if they still got chances and they're invited to the dance?
Because we've seen him on multiple occasions making sure that he gets his numbers. That's why we've seen him on multiple occasions.
But other players don't do it.
Love and Aries, you got anything else?
Players, Jesus Christ.
I don't want to keep you here all night. You got anything else to add?
No, that's it.
All right, well, listen, we really appreciate the call.
About the Cowboys thing.
No doubt.
We're going to talk all day about that.
Right. And Dez, don't do that.
He dropped it.
Hey, make sure you stay with us, Love and Aries. Make sure you stay with us because we really get it cracking during football season. So that's coming.
I think we played the Cowboys this season. Awesome. We play y'all this season, don't we?
I don't know. I didn't even look at.
Yeah,
I don't know.
See.
I don't know.
But yeah, well, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate it. Thank you for the heat that you bring in the chat. Have a great night. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way out.
Stay safe now.
All
right. You too.
All right, later.
We do play them September 28th.
Oh, there you go. All right, y'all. Well, we
go live for that game.
We go. Oh, we got another call. Hold on. Edward, what's up, man? This is the last one right here, y'all. What's up, Edward?
Man, yo, what's going on, my brothers, man?
What's going on, man?
Transformer, bro. Hey, yo, man, bro, Bruce, man, are you, man? Hey, take the Clark Kent.
The
Clark Kent going on, bro.
Even.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry, Bruce,
man. Don't even do it, Edward. Don't go where you going right now.
Hey, yo, bro, you gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta. dudes in these channels, boy. Hey, yo, man. Hey, y'all, please take the cape off, guys.
Look, it's so rare you hear that level of, authenticity and correctness, and you don't hear that a lot.
No, Bruce. Hey, man, you need to. Hey, the Patreon need to go. You need to get the Patreon, bro.
We need a Patreon.
Boy, get cracking.
I ain't gonna say what I want to say. But
I appreciate that, brother.
I'm gonna say God rest the dead, but you can't make this up, and I leave it alone on that. But okay, now, Bruce, you
Yes.
really was moving the goalpost when my brother was asking you a question, man. You was talking about we wasn't talking about Kobe and all that stuff when the stat pad and crap come on. I mean, it's this one of those when I'm in the barbershop in the chair and I'm about to get ready to sit down and get chopped. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I gotta go. I can't hear this nonsense. What's going on?
So I wasn't moving the goalpost because your brother first brought up Michael Jordan, and then when we took care of that, then he jumps to Kobe. So it's like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? He was moving the goalpost, not me.
But he still said though he got in the game. He said he didn't want to, but his coach still told him to get in the game though. He got that point, but then you try to use that analogy about pushing a push or something in the back, and he said in the face, which one is where I'm like.
All of a sudden, it's levels when it's against them.
No, there's levels to anything.
It's levels, but at the end of the day, the way I know my brother, he's still gonna give you bonkers, bro. I mean, hey, he's still gonna give you a quick 2-piece with a biscuit. I seen it. Shout out to Key West, but we're gonna keep it moving. But anyway,
laid out that night. Bro.
I'm really wondering what happened down there. But then we're gonna have to.
Oh boy, that's a Patreon conversation.
Yeah, that's Patreon conversation, man. Hey, that's Patreon.
That's right.
But my thing is this right here, man. This stuff happened. This happened in 2000, which I do not know why. Bruce, I'm not as much. I ain't gonna glaze too much or try. I'm gonna cut the clutch check off. I ain't see him being as the best player. And it was still God rest the dead. It was still Kobe.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. But
absolutely.
But my thing is with LeBron at the end of his career, and this stuff happened in 2000. Why all of a sudden now we hearing this now? I mean, what's going on?
I think it got referenced in a recent book as well. Yeah. I don't know if it was in the book about Coach K. It got referenced though.
Yeah, it's refurbished. Almost this exact same article, line for line, came out like 8-9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But why are we talking about this now, though? I mean, God, what the hell, bro? This man is sitting on a golf course drinking wine and smoking a cigar. I mean, he's not even in the playoffs no more.
Who moves the needle? Who moves the needle?
Come on, man. We gotta be real here. Okay, this is how this works.
You're right. He moves. You know what's so crazy about it? He moves the needle, and we got the finals going on, which tells me that, man, the finals is not going to be what everybody thinks it's going to be. It's going to be crap. It's going to be full crap. Right? Hey, we still got to talk about LeBron. That's crazy. Sean,
I'm going to do a poll. I mean, not a poll. I'm going to do a tally on how many times LeBron gets referenced in this finals appearance.
Wow.
How many times a Bron topic, a Bron article, anything Bron that comes up during his finals?
10 times in his career, so probably a lot.
And that's crazy. It might not even not quite. Yeah, but still, I'm like, dang, we got in the Pacers in the playoffs. I mean, in the finals, we got OKC in the finals. But yeah, here we are talking about an article that was in 2008 or whatever. Crazy to me. It's just mad crazy to me. But I just want to know that. And then not only that, man, like I heard stories about what Coach Mike said about Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He had to come to Kobe, ask Kobe, you need to work on your jump shots, man. I mean, it wasn't looking good in the Olympics. Then I also heard about, man, Phil Jackson quit, or, you know what I'm saying, because of Kobe, he got forced out. Then he's going to come back. I mean, all this stuff, but nobody don't want to talk about it. But we over here talking about something that happened there. Oh, it's blasphemy. It's crazy. Man,
so wait a minute. Would it be, let me ask you this, honestly, Edward. Would it be blasphemy and it was crazy if this was...
Talk to me, Clark, kid. Come on. Talk to me, Calvin. Let's go.
See,
talk to me, Calvin. What's up?
I see you, man, over here.
Come on, dog.
Come on. And all that.
Come on, Calvin. Come on.
No, but it all...
See your man over here.
He's a funny guy and all. I see you around.
No rice, no champagne. You get nothing.
You get nothing. No champagne, no ice.
Would you be this bothered by it if this was an article bringing up some type of extraordinary praise about LeBron? Would you be bothered about it? Why are they bringing up this praise in LeBron? And this was in 2008. No. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Bruce, that's nah. So you're not gonna corner me. That's a trick question.
Okay.
That's a trick question.
Okay.
Because the
How's
fact
it a
of the
trick
matter
question?
is, because no matter what LeBron do positive, it's not gonna outweigh. The negative's gonna outweigh his positive. That's all it is, bro.
Again,
that's all that is.
But unfortunately, that's human nature, right? It really is. They said that, what is it? It only takes one O-ish to mess up like 10 attaboys, which is freaking crazy. But yeah, unfortunately, that's how human nature is. But again, the question is, if this article came out about LeBron in 2008 and it told some amazing story about him, giving him super props, would you be asking, why are we hearing about this story now? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, we still don't, with
nothing, sir. This is a yes or no question, sir.
No. Hold on, Calvin. Now, with that being said, even if I do give it the praise on it, it's still gonna be somebody on that side of the table that you sit on. Don't say it's a lie and all that kind of stuff.
I wouldn't. No. Why would I say it's a lie?
Bro, I mean, hey. D Wade said something about how LeBron and Kobe had similarities or something like that. You got people on your side of the table talking about D Wade is lying and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is, man.
I only say that people are lying when I can easily demonstrate that it's a lie, and you've seen me do that many, many times on this channel. I'm not going to say somebody's lying if I can't demonstrate it to be the case. You know that.
Well, we also know that you're not. Right. Bruce, Transformer. You know what retro ones look like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I said I was wrong.
Oh,
okay. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone right there. We're gonna leave that alone.
I was like, is Bruce really arguing now? He used to be a store man. I'm like, bro, we sneakerheads. You're not gonna argue.
I was, and you know what? But look,
you're not gonna argue.
A Transformer, but he put me on, and I was like, okay, damn, I was wrong, right? And I didn't even bring it up.
Don't you ever argue with a sneakerhead, bro. Don't you ever go there with me.
Yes, Edward. Yes.
But anyway, man. Hey, man, boy. Man. I'm gonna eat me some shrimp tonight, boy.
Yeah, you do that. You do
man,
that.
Hey, as much shrimp was going on there. Hey,
man, you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop.
All right, bro. I'm gonna chill, man. Hey, y'all.
Please
that's
do.
good, man.
Save it for the Patreon.
I'm chill, bro. Yeah, I'm saving for the Patreon, my brothers, man. Hey, man. All right, my brothers, man. Water.
You be you. All right, y'all. We are gonna leave it right there, man. Great show. Great interaction from everybody. I really appreciate all you guys. Make sure if you haven't already, you hit that like and subscribe on the way out. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know when we drop new content on the channel, because we do that constantly. And I really appreciate all you guys being here. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. We'll be back Sunday morning, maybe sooner. But yeah, that's it. Transformer, you got anything before we get out of here?
Man, great show, man. Great show. Love the interaction. We love it. I can't wait for football season. I've been for the last 30 minutes ever since we started talking about football. I'm looking at schedules.
Yeah, man.
And just trying to read the chat to see if I can keep up with the conversation.
Transformer, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I'm waiting for college football first and then the NFL, man.
I need to see some grass.
I need to see
some grass, some turf.
That's it. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much, and we'll be back next time. And we out. Peace.